Exactly. You can say, come on, it's a verb to be, teacher. We saw it in basics. That's my question. Yes, we saw it in basics. So now in advanced, the verb to be must be something easy. Yes, but I'll refresh your memory in a few minutes.
Thank you.
Okay, so we'll check vocabulary about cinema and TV. If there's some reading, yes, I would like you to do this eventually. Yes, and the passive. Yes, because in advanced 4, just for your information, everybody, in advanced 4, we will see a different application of the passive. Okay, so if we have problems now, yes, I don't want them to become bigger in advanced 4. Okay, everybody?
Okay, teacher.
Yes. Okay. And defining and non-defining relative clauses, then word formation. I was telling you at the beginning of the course, remember when we saw the parts of speech? Yes, and this is, in a way, the application of this word formation. Okay, the use of relative clauses. So the session will be really, really interesting. Yes, and we will check a lot of information. Okay, so here's this about word formation. Here's the video. Yes, probably we'll check it next session. And today we'll check the article.
Okay, teacher. Today we're going to check?
Yes, we're going to check it because you will write the article during the week. Yes,
okay.
Yeah, so you can enjoy 1 week, yes, without doing any homework. Okay, so if you can send me, yes, if you can send me the article today, tomorrow, Monday, or Tuesday, yes, because I don't think Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday you'll be in conditions to work. Yes, everybody?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, and especially if we have no class next Saturday. Yes, I don't think you will write the article next Saturday.
Excuse me, teacher, the final exam, when is going to be?
Yes, so this is the 5th session. So the next session is in 2 weeks, and the final exam is in 3 weeks.
Okay.
Okay, Carla?
Okay, thank you, teacher.
Yes, and...
Sorry, teacher.
Yeah.
So the next Saturday is maybe a holiday because it's festival day?
Well, something. Yes, something. I don't know exactly why, but I believe, yes, they are going to take this as a long weekend. Yes, beginning on Friday. Okay, so remember, no class on Saturday, no class on Sunday. Yes,
This Saturday.
Yes, next Saturday. So the 17th, yes, you can stay in Cuernavaca, you can go to Pachuca, whatever you like. Okay?
Okay, teacher.
Or you can stay in bed until 3 o'clock in the afternoon, all day. Okay. Yes, everybody?
Yes, teacher.
Good. Well. So let's remember how to write. Let's see, there's someone on the chat. Pachuca, could be. Well, whatever you like. Yes, honestly, I would go to Tepoztlán. Yes. I really like the place. Yes. Cuernavaca is beautiful. Yes, there's another little town in Morelos. Yes, actually, Morelos is near here, near Tlalpan. Yes. There's a little town called Xochitepec. Yes, and there are different places with swimming pools, yes, with bungalows. It's really nice. Okay. Yes, well, whatever you like. Yes, or stay at home and eat lots of pozole or tostadas or pambazos or whatever you eat. Yes, Anthony?
Yes, teacher, thank you.
No, yes, enjoy the celebrations and drink responsibly. Yes, I want to see you in 2 weeks, okay?
Okay.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, please. Now let's see. What about an article, everybody? Yes, why do we write articles?
What?
Why?
Why?
Yes. Well, what is the purpose of writing an article?
To inform the people?
Yes, but what exactly?
Could it be, or I think that it's very important improve our writing
Yes.
with this kind of abilities or the ideas. We have to structure our own ideas when we want to write something, and the other person can understand our ideas.
Okay, actually, that is one of the main reasons, right, Cesar? That, as we mentioned at the beginning of the course, probably you remember, yes, the difference between writing an article, an essay, an email, yes, because we have discussed. Yes, remember that last week you wrote the note, something like an email, yes, for somebody who stayed in your place. But now you're going to write an article.
Maybe an article is to give an opinion, teacher,
It has to do
or about something.
It's in a way it's an opinion. Yes, but rather than an opinion, I would say, Carla, everybody. For example, think about. Oh yes. Think about Independence Day. Yes, that will be on. The celebrations will be Thursday, Friday. Okay, good. And your family says, well, we are going to be in charge of the food. In charge of the food? I can't cook. It's your turn. And then we can check on the internet. Yes, different articles. Yes, for example, you can find an article that says cooking, yes, easy cooking in 10 minutes. And you say easy cooking in 10 minutes? Yes. So the title sounds attractive. Yes, everybody?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Okay.
And
Yes.
especially if you refer to a specific topic, make it interesting for everybody. Okay, so we're going to write an article for the general reader. Yes, we're not going to write an article for a specific audience. So we're not going to write a scientific article. No. Okay, so imagine that anyone, yes, anyone who takes a look at your article will do it. Yes, it could be educated people without too much education, the general reader, yes, doctors, housewives, architects, everybody can read your article. Okay, everybody?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, sir.
But, as I said, if you use a title, just remember the title is not obligatory, but if you use it, it could be attractive for the reader. Yes, everybody?
Okay.
Yes. So if it's attractive for the reader, yes, there are high chances that they continue reading. Okay, because if you because I want to show you this from the first trainer. You remember the first trainer, right, everybody?
Yes, teacher. Have
Yes.
you?
Yes, I have the book. Yes, the book that I gave you. Nobody has asked for.
That you share with us.
Yes, the PDF. Yes, and nobody has asked for the audio. Okay. Here's the first trainer. Let me open the book. And show you the writing for articles. Okay, so it would be a good idea was to take a look at the book. Yes, and especially according to what we check in class, you pay attention to, for example, keyword transformations or listening. Well, it's just a comment. Yes, actually, here there's something. Yes, this is on page 17. Yes, if somebody wants to check it, because it's connected to the article that we'll write for the exam. If we have expressions of addition, conditional, contrast, purpose, and reason. Yes, everybody?
Okay, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
We're going to focus on the expressions of contrast. Yes, everybody?
Okay.
Okay, teacher.
Yes, and you say why? Oh, because the question is from the book refers to contrast, expressions of contrast. Which are they, everybody?
Could it be however?
Yes, exactly.
As well as.
As well as is something like addition, like and.
Though.
Though.
Although,
Although, exactly.
even though,
Even though.
Even though. Yes, because there's something, everybody. For me, it's really cheap. Yes, to show you the answers and copy. So the first thing to do would be to figure out which expressions. Yes, but, although, however, another. Yes, but, however, although, another.
Even though?
Even though, is it here?
Yeah.
Yes.
In the second column.
Okay, even though, perfect.
in spite of,
In spite of, exactly. And
despite,
despite, yes, or despite the fact that. Yes, now that we have these, let's see, 200 there. Yes, if you check the book, yes, this is what you find at the end. Yes, at the end of the book you have the prompts for speaking. Yes, and of course now we can check the answers. This is from Reading and Use of English Part 2. It's Part 1 and Part 2. Here they are.
No, por eso, Popo, acabas de cagar, güey. Ya está para allá.
Is expressions of contrast. Although, despite, or despite the fact that, yet. Nobody mentioned yet.
no,
Though, yes, actually there are quite a few. It's
Yeah.
more than the 4 in the boxes. It's although, despite, or despite the fact that, yet, though,
De
whereas,
la pinche
while,
mensa,
even though,
Kitty bug.
in spite of, even so, and however.
okay.
Teacher?
Yeah.
Can you repeat again the pronunciation of whereas?
Whereas.
Whereas?
Imagine that you say where, and then you say as, whereas. Yes, imagine that you pronounce the two words separately. Where?
Whereas, whereas.
As. And now as one. Whereas.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay. Let's see. So, any questions, everybody?
No, teacher.
No, because I have a few. I have a
Yes,
few
teacher,
questions.
excuse me, the meaning of whereas.
Yes. Actually, whereas, while, and but are very similar.
Okay.
Yes. And this is something. Yes, and this is something that we have to analyze before we write the article in for this unit, for example. Yes, for example, how do you use although? How do you use despite? What is the difference between despite and despite the fact that? How do we use yet? How do we use though? How do we use whereas? Yes, how do we use while? Even though, in spite of, even so, however. How do we use them?
I don't know exactly, teacher.
Yes, and that is a question. Yes, because if I say, any questions?
Yeah.
Everyone? No, no problem, no question. So explain how we use them.
The difference maybe is when we use in the context.
Well, it could be context. Yes, it could be context. But basically, it's grammar. Yes, the difference is grammatically.
Depende de grammatical.
Yes, it has to do with a lot of grammar. Yes, because if you check, all of them refer to different elements, different ideas, right?
Right. Right.
Yes. So we can see that the first one is but. Oh, come on, everybody knows how to use but. Yes, everybody?
Yes, teacher.
Yes. But what about the others? Yes, because we have seen, we have used some of these, but probably we don't remember now. Yes, already?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so we are going to reconnect in 1 minute, or in a few seconds. Yes, and we will check how to use these expressions of contrast. And of course, I need your help.
Okay.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, teacher.
Well, so we are going to reconnect in a few seconds. Yes, and let's see. If you're checking the first trainer, everybody, this is page 17. Okay. Well, let's reconnect everybody and continue with expressions of contrast. Okay, 1 second.
Yes, teacher.
Okay.
Yes, teacher.
¿Qué haces, Doris? ¿Qué haces, Doris? Hoy te diste un putazo. Dame tu pelota. Ven. Ven.
Okay, before we continue, let me take your picture. Somebody has problems with the connection. Okay. Okay, everybody, smile for the camera. My camera, buddy. Okay, yes. Ready? Okay, one more. I like this. Yes, I can see your faces and we're ready. Well, let's see, everybody. So for the people who are checking the first trainer, we're going to use a board. Okay, so if you could take the screenshot, Ari? Yes, Ari? Yes, if you could take the screenshots today, please.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Yes, because I don't know if it's around. Today you will be in charge of the screenshots, okay, Ari? Ari, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, teacher.
Okay. Also, we have expressions of contrast, as we have but, while, image whereas. What else?
Oh,
Also,
Although, exactly. Though,
Yet. Well.
even though.
Yet.
What else?
In
However.
spite of.
despite,
In spite.
Okay, let's check. However, despite, let's see, despite,
whichever,
in spite of, and we can use in spite of the fact that. Is what other, everybody?
whichever,
No, whichever is for choices. Yes,
Okay.
it's some kind of indefinite pronoun. Yes. So if you say something like whatever, whenever, whoever, whichever, whomever, that is, it doesn't matter who, it doesn't matter which.
okay,
No, but these indicate contrast.
okay.
Well, ready, everybody?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
But, yes, yes,
Do I take the screenshot here?
Yes, nice to see you again, Rick. Yes,
Sorry,
okay.
my mic doesn't work. No,
Oh,
it didn't work.
Okay. No, that's
No.
fine. Okay. Yes, okay. Yes, Ali. So, Ali, Rick will take over.
okay, teacher.
Yes, now you can concentrate on the lesson. Okay? Well, let's see. Thank you, Rick. Thank you. Yes, when this is ready, you can take the screenshot. Yes, because I'm going to I'm going to mention first what kind of word we're using. We have conjunctions. What else is another conjunction?
Teacher, how do you pronounce this word, the third?
Whereas.
Whereas.
Yes, exactly. Yes, because one of the girls asked a moment ago, and that's why I explained. Is you pronounce where, it's like the word where, and as is but now as one. Whereas.
Whereas. Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
Is although is and. Yes, because if you check, yes, and of course if you check grammatically, and you will find these. This is an adverbial. An adverbial conjunction. It is an adverb or a conjunction. However, it's an adverb. Despite it's a preposition. Despite the fact that despite of is a preposition, and in spite of the fact that is an adverbial conjunction. Okay, so this is what we were saying, Isabel. Is if you check the grammar, is the word. That's why these are different.
Okay.
Yes. So how can we explain this? Or elements. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, everybody.
Yes.
Yes, teacher.
By what, everybody?
Germs?
Exactly. Object pronouns, germs, or nouns. Never a clause, okay, right?
Okay, teacher.
And finally, we have these adverbial conjunctions. Yes, everybody?
Okay.
Well, if you check grammatically, is answering that question, Isabel, is concession. It's not to, it refers to concession. But what is concession? It's some kind of restricted contrast, which is okay, so maybe the idea is not clear. Okay, so this is when we have two parts. Yes, already?
Yes.
It's like conditionals. Remember when we check conditionals, that we have conditional results. In this case, we have the contrast and the main idea.
Okay.
Yes. So when we use, let's see, when we use although, when we use despite the fact that, when we use in spite of the fact that, when we use even though, that is not complete. And so that is the contrast in the sentence, but we need a main idea. So we cannot contrast only one. Okay, is everybody?
Okay, teacher.
Okay, please,
Yes,
Rick.
teacher.
Yes. It's ready, Rick.
Right, teacher.
Okay, excellent. And so now you can post it in the WhatsApp group. Yes, and now we know the meaning of these expressions of contrast. Any questions, already?
Oh, yeah, teacher.
No, teacher.
Okay. Because remember that I need your ideas, I need your comments. And remember,
Teacher, excuse me, teacher, we are going to check examples.
yes,
Okay.
that's where I'm going.
Okay.
That's where I'm going. Especially, we know how to use but, while, and whereas. For example. Yes, for example, you can say, I love football. But yes, the expression to be fond is to like. Yes, when you say I am fond of something or somebody, it means that you like, that you appreciate. Yes, already?
Okay. Yes, teacher.
Yes. So this is a common sentence, as we usually use but. Now, comma. Okay, remember when we saw this some time ago? The use of but, although, and however. So what is the difference?
The position, although it's at the beginning and however in the middle.
Well, in a way, yes. But actually, you can, if we have these two clauses.
Yeah, it's the same, no?
Yes, exactly. The idea is the same. Yes. But as we were checking yesterday, the grammar is different.
Yes.
You can see the one in blue. Yes, and as we mentioned, yes, although it's at the beginning. But, why did we do this? Is although I love football. So what is the difference? Yes, because we have the possibility of doing this.
Teacher, but in this case we need a comma in the second sentence.
No, because it's like in conditionals.
Okay.
Please remember. Two main clauses, okay? The second. Okay? Yes, in this case, a subordinate clause is because we have, as we said, an adverbial conjunction. As we have adverbial conjunctions for time, condition, reason, purpose, relative clauses. Actually, we will check this later. Yes? And remember that in some cases, the position is exchangeable.
Okay.
Yes, so if we use the subordinate clause first, it's like although, like if, like when, we use a comma. Yes, already?
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, teacher.
And if we use the main idea first, there's no comma. Yes, already?
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, teacher.
And in the third sentence, after the antecedent, not ante, the antecedent, which is the previous information, or the reference. Okay? Is it already?
Okay. Teacher, in the third sentence, we could use however at the beginning.
No, because
No?
this is the restriction, Carla.
Okay.
You need the antecedent.
Okay.
Yes, because if you don't have previous information or previous reference, it's no point contrasting something that doesn't exist.
Okay.
Yes, so you express one point, and you show the contrast, and then you express the contrastive idea.
Okay.
Fine. So it's really important to use this after the after the first idea. Yes, so
Yes,
this-
teacher.
yes, because there's another comment. Yes, instead of a semicolon. So you can use, instead of this, instead of a semicolon, you can use a period.
Okay.
Yes, we can use a period to refer to two sentences. Okay? Now, we have this. We continue playing in the street, although it was raining. Yes, remember, you can use although it was raining, comma, we continue playing in the street. Yes, already?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Now, let's put the adverbial conjunction first, and then we use a comma. Even though it was raining, comma, we continue. In the street. Yes, already?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Yes.
Despite the rain. In spite of the rain, well, we can use a comma. We continue playing in the street. Okay, ready?
Okay, teacher.
Yes, so you say, we continue playing in the street despite the fact that it was raining. Or we continue playing in the street in spite of the fact it was raining. Both are correct.
Okay.
Now, what do you think?
This is a lot of information, teacher. A lot of uses.
Yes, and a lot of people here are very quiet, so remember that your participation makes me flexible. Yes, and I just want to be flexible with 5 or 10 people. Okay?
Okay.
Well, let's see. So, any questions, comments? How could you explain these 6 sentences?
Teacher, I don't understand the 5 sentence.
Uh-huh. Yes, in spite of the fact.
Yes.
So what is the problem for?
I think it's the meaning, maybe.
Again, yes, as you said previously, everybody, the meaning of these 6 sentences is exactly the same. Yes, but
The idea is the same, but
the grammar is different.
For example, the despite or in spite of, or even how is the possession. It's only the change.
It's the position and the grammar.
Okay.
Yes, because if you check the last 2 sentences, we have despite the fact, or despite the fact that. Yes, and here, Yes. And if you check the previous true, despite the rain, and in spite of the rain. Isabel? Yes, sir?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
So you can see, let me explain this in the comments.
Teacher.
Yeah.
Excuse me. In the third sentence, we could use despite the rain, we continue playing in the street.
Yes, that's correct.
Is this correct? Okay.
Yes. It's very similar. Yes, and yes, I'm going to use numbers. Oh. Let's refer to sentence 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
And it's the same for number 5. In spite of the fact that it was raining, we continue playing in the street. Okay.
Exactly. Yes, I'm going to include that comment after the explanation.
Okay, teacher.
Oh. Let's see. Sentences 1, 2, 5, and 6. Okay. Everybody?
Yes, yes.
Okay, teacher.
Okay, so you can see. We need a clause. Yes, we need a subject and a verb.
Okay.
Yes. So if you check although, even though, we have to reconnect in a moment. Oh, we have although, even though, in spite of the fact that, and despite the fact that, we need a clause.
Okay.
What was it? 3 and 4, right?
Yes.
Yes, in this case we will say AC as adverbial conjunction. Yes, and this one is preposition plus an object pronoun, a noun, or not a clause. Okay, ready?
Okay.
Okay, teacher.
Yes, answering that question. Yes, Carla?
Okay, teacher.
Yes, so the subordinate clause or the prepositional phrase can be either at the beginning or at the end or the second part.
Okay.
Let's see, the end. Let's say the second part. Of the sentence. Okay, please, Rick.
Yes, teacher.
Right, teacher.
Yes, excellent. Better, everybody?
Yes,
Yes, teacher.
Okay, yes, because we have to talk about 2 more words. Okay. Yes, because we have to talk about 2 more words. Yes, we will do it as soon as we reconnect. Yes, in 6 minutes. Yes, but what do you think? Better?
Yes, teacher, better.
Much better.
Yes, and of course, the questions that you have been making. Yes, Saben, yes, Bert, yes, Rita, yes, Carla, everybody?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, yes, Caesar? Yes, and the questions that you have been
Yes.
making are really, really important for this. Okay, so I'm going back to the book. Somebody wrote something. Yes, Andy. Okay, yes, thank you, Andy. Yes, thanks for the comments. Okay, yes, and we're going back to the book. Yes, and we'll reconnect in 5 minutes. Yes, because if you check the second part of the writing, that is page 113, this is exactly what we mentioned. It's contrasting ideas, the structure of an article, and we'll go back to the article in 5 minutes. Okay, yes, already?
yes, teacher.
Yes?
Yes, teacher.
Yes,
Yes, teacher.
but. Now we have, as we were saying, the word however. Let's check it. However has 2 options. First idea, semicolon, however, comma. Yes, first idea, finish, however, comma. So the 2 are correct. Okay, so if you use a period or if you use a semicolon, however, comma. Okay?
Okay, teacher.
Wow. And then we have the others, which we saw a moment ago. As we saw, although, despite, however, in spite of, and while. So while, but, and okay, I'll write that in the next board. Is while, but, and although, as we could see in the previous screenshot, refer to 2 main clauses. Is although makes the idea how can I say, we can put the connector at the beginning or in the middle. Despite is a preposition. However, we check the punctuation. In spite of is a preposition. So what is the difference between despite and in spite of, everybody? Yes, because there's only one difference.
I don't know, teacher. Despite and however, I don't.
The meaning is the same. Yes, the meaning is the same. Yes, despite, however, in spite of. Yes, the meaning is the same.
In spite of is like possession.
No. In spite of and despite, the meaning is the same. Yes, the meaning is exactly the same, Rita. Yes, everybody?
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
teacher.
But what is the only difference?
Maybe the place where you want the use in the process.
No, the place is the same, Alexis. No, it's exactly the same.
Okay.
Yes, the difference is much more trivial. It's really trivial.
Could it be the despite is less formal?
No, actually, the difference is the number of words. Simple as that.
Then you can use despite or in spite of in any
Exactly.
cases.
Exactly. Exactly. That is the point. Yes, sir? Okay. Yes, Alexis? Yes, everybody?
Yes.
Yes, teacher.
Okay.
No,
so
teacher,
say,
could you repeat it, please? I can't
Yes.
hear.
Okay, let me say it again, Caesar. Despite is 1. In spite of is 3. And that is the difference.
Okay.
Yes, so the difference is not the meaning. Yes,
The
because
meaning is the same, but
exactly.
the
The meaning
words
is,
is they change.
the number of words is different, only.
Okay.
Yes, so if you say despite, it's only 1, and in spite of is 3. Ta-da!
Okay.
Okay, yes, everybody?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so answering that comment, yes, we can use indistinctively, despite or in spite of as prepositions. Okay, let's see. Well, we are going to reconnect in a few seconds. Okay, let's reconnect everybody, because I want to stay in the middle of this. Okay, yes, if somebody needs to go to the bathroom or something, please do it. Yes, and then we'll continue with expressions of contrast and the articles. Okay, give me a second. Okay. Some people are connecting, and we are ready. Okay, so answering that question, yes, Alexis. Remember, in spite of and despite are prepositions. Even though, although, in spite of the fact that, and despite the fact that, are adverbial conjunctions. Okay, is that ready?
Yes, teacher.
Good. Yes, and of course with the information that we included in the screenshots, the information is much clearer, right?
Yes.
Yes, Isa? Yes, Bar?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Yes,
Okay.
teacher.
Yes, Israel? Astrid? Everybody?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Well, so I'm going to explain the last expressions. Let's put this last screenshot for the moment. So you can see we have dedicated the last hour and a half to expressions of contrast. Okay, some people are connecting. Give me a second. Okay. Send Roman is connected. Yes, so although is the shorter version is though, is though. So when you say although, it sounds funny. It's because the stressed syllable is though.
No.
Okay, so if we refer to position, though is more flexible, as we can put it at the beginning, in the middle, or at the end. Okay, please. Yes, so check the following example. Yes, everybody?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, and the same as
Yes.
you asked a moment ago, Carla. Yes,
Yes.
we use it like however, but remember that however goes at the beginning is however common.
Okay.
Yes, we cannot put however at the end. Yes, if you want to put this in the middle, even in the middle, yes, he has been really busy though this week. Well, it sounds a bit strange, but it's possible. Okay, yes, Carla? Yes, everybody?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, and remember, is remember that the adverb needs an antecedent, some previous information.
Okay.
Otherwise,
Yes.
any sense. Okay, yes, already?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Usually, Yes, in this case, as we were saying, we need the antecedent, we need the previous information, we need the reference to show the context. Yes. So the book says, and yet, yes, we can use and yet or only yet. But at the beginning, yes, already?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Then
Okay, already?
yes, teacher.
And now you are experts in expressions of contrast. Okay. Yes. Please, Rick.
Ready, teacher.
Okay, excellent. Yes, better, everybody?
Yes, teacher.
Much better. Yes, teacher. Better.
Yes. After an hour and a half, yes, now the idea is much clearer, right, everybody?
Yes.
Okay. So now let's put into practice yes, with the
Yes, we need
information.
to practice.
Exactly, the information about the article in the book. Yes, and yes, number one is easy. Come on, everybody. Number one is really easy.
Yeah.
The punctuation.
In the first?
Yes, in the
However?
first.
However, yes,
Exactly.
however.
Yes, we can finish the first idea. However, comma. If there is a comma, one word. However. Then in the second, again. Yes, because that is the explanation. We use however at the beginning of the sentence, and it contrasts with an idea in the previous sentence or antecedent. Then numbers 3, 4, 5, and 6, we can use although or we can use while. Yes, because they are conjunctions. Yes, so although or while, cinemas have become more comfortable, they're not as comfortable as my sofas. And so we can use although, while, or while, although at the beginning of a sentence to introduce a contrasting idea. They are followed by a clause with a verb. Of course, a clause contains a verb. Okay, ready?
Yes.
Okay, teacher.
I'll write a comment in a moment. And the price of cinema tickets has gone up recently. Yes, and despite or in spite of. Yes. The cost, I still love the movies. So we can use in spite of or despite at the beginning of the sentence to introduce a contrasting idea. They are followed by a noun or pronoun or gerund. Yes, everybody?
Yes, teacher.
Yes. So we did this in 1 minute. Yes, everything we explained in an hour and a half, we did this in 1 minute. Easy, right?
Easy.
Yes.
Yes, now easy. An hour and a half, it was complicated.
Yeah.
Yes, because when I said, any questions, any comments? No, teacher, no problem. So explain how to use it. No, okay. Now that you have the elements, now that you have the information, writing an article will be much simpler than we can imagine. Yes, everybody?
Yes,
Yes,
teacher.
teacher.
Okay. So exercise C says, match ideas 1 to 6 with a contrasting idea A to F. Join the ideas using the words and brackets. Number 1, however. Number 2, although. Number 3, although. 4, while. 5, in spite of. And 6, despite. Okay, so I would like you to do this during the break. Yes, so with your pambazo, with your coffee, with your chilaquiles, whatever. Yes.
Carnitas.
Or whatever, yes, whatever you use. Yes, your gordita, your carnitas, your barbacoa or birria, whatever you're having. Yes.
Teacher, at what time we are going to have the break?
The same as usual, 11:10.
11:10. Okay.
Yes, 11:10. Yes, and we return 11:40 and finish the session. But remember that next week we have no class.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Okay?
Thanks.
No, thanks to you. Thanks for asking. Okay, so do this exercise C. Yes, during the break, we will check it after lunch. Yes, and
Okay.
it says, look at paragraphs 2 to 4. We'll read this in a moment. And what is the main idea in each paragraph? Then discuss the questions. And this is the question to write the article. So remember, you can send me the article today, tomorrow, or Monday. Yes, Monday is the deadline. Okay? So it says, yes, check the question. You are going to write an article about a kind of entertainment you love or hate. Yes, so the comment could be with positive views or with negative views. Then choose one of the topics below or your own idea. Then make notes about questions 1 to 4. Music concerts in stadiums or in small clubs. The one you prefer. And what experience do you have of it? Watching sport in a stadium or live on TV? Is it classical music or pop music or banda music or reggaeton or cumbia or whatever you like? Okay?
Okay, teacher.
Or if you want to write about something different, you can do it. Okay?
Perfect. Yes.
Okay, teacher.
Good. Now, this is something to consider. Your opinion about the topic, your experience, things you know about it, is something you could mention. It's about the music, about the experience. Yes, for example, extreme sports or video games. Yes, already?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
And what do other people often say about it? Do they like music? Do they like, for example, you can even write about food, whatever. Yes,
Okay.
Okay. So this is the article, is the example here in the book. Yes, in a moment we'll go back to the first trainer. Yes, and show you something about an article. Okay, so if you check the pictures, A, B, C, etc., you can find different ways of entertainment. What is letter A?
Theater.
That's letter B. Yes, letter B is theater. It's a play or a musical. But A is something different.
Is theater?
Ballet.
It's ballet. Yes, it's ballet. Yes, you can see the ties. Yes, we can see
Musical?
No, letter B could be a musical. Actually, it is a musical. Yes. I don't know if you know the name of this musical, everybody. No? If somebody can give me the name of this musical in the next 10 seconds, I'll give them an extra point.
Peter Pan?
No. 9, 8,
Billy
7,
Elliot.
6, 5,
Billy Elliot, no?
4,
Billy
3,
Mary Poppins?
2, 1. Nobody?
The Miserables.
Miserables.
No. 0. Oliver.
Oliver Twist.
Oliver.
Oliver?
Oliver?
Yes, based on Oliver Twist.
Tom.
Yes, you remember Charles Dickens.
Tom.
Yes. So the musical Oliver is based on Oliver Twist. Yeah, so you lost 1 point. Okay. Then letter C.
Stand up.
Yup.
Stand up, sit down, get out, come in. Well,
I
it's-
don't have my glass, teacher.
Okay, well, let's see. It's stand up comedy,
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
not stand up. Stand up.
I only say stand up.
No, but in English, you have
Excuse me,
to,
yes.
yes, you have to
Yes,
use a
teacher.
complete expression.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, because in Spanish, people, you say stand up. Ah, yes, we understand this person telling jokes, making comments, yes, about people, experiences, politicians, even religion in some cases. Yes, already?
Okay.
Yes, teacher.
Yes. Then letter D. Come on, he's very popular.
Concert.
Singer.
A singer. Yes, it's a concert. And who's performing?
Rapero.
Rap?
Well, that's kind of rap. Yes, but who's the performer? Who's the singer?
I don't know.
He's very famous.
Oh. In
Drake.
teacher.
No, he's not Drake. No, he's not Drake.
Kanye West.
Kanye West. Yes, he's Kanye West.
1 point.
Ah, come on. No, when I have for points, yes. Yes. Now, in this case, he's very popular. Yes, letter B was a little more difficult. Okay? So Kanye West. Yes, he is Mr. Kardashian. Remember?
Yeah.
Is that he's married? Yes, he's married to one of the Kardashians.
Ah.
Okay?
Okay.
Yes, and I don't know why some people say that he is a genius. He's a musical genius.
I don't know.
Yes, I have only, maybe I have only heard a couple of songs by him. And for me, they're nothing special.
No.
But anyway, some people like it. And letter E, come on, everybody.
Orchestra.
It's an orchestra. Okay, it's an orchestra. Orchestra, yes.
Orchestra.
Yes, the stress in the first syllable. Orchestra. Okay?
Yes.
Okay, so we can see letter A is ballet, letter B is a musical, he's a musical Oliver. Letter C is stand-up comedy, letter D is a concert, and letter E is an orchestra. Yes, and let's go back to this information. If you could win 3 tickets to go to one of these events, which would you choose? Ballet, a musical, stand-up comedy, a concert, or classical music?
A musical.
A musical, okay. Let's see, any more ideas?
Orchestra.
Okay. Yes, a classical music concert. Yes, or even orchestral adaptations of popular music. As you can see, there are many shows about rock music, pop music, with an orchestra. Yes, already?
Yes, yes.
Yes, or you remember Los Angeles Azules with an orchestra.
Or even Juan Gabriel.
Even Juan Gabriel, yes, when he played at Bellas Artes. Okay? Yes, and there are some rock bands that...
Metallica.
Yes, sorry, Metallica, yes, Metallica, and
Yeah.
Many other bands have an orchestra or performers. Okay? So it could be an option.
Or even, teacher, even with films, there are some films with orchestra music.
Mostly the soundtrack is from an orchestra, exactly. And so if you remember Back to the Future, Star Wars, superhero movies, the orchestra is an important element in the movie. When there is tension, when there is action, when they're happy, etc. Yes, he said, everybody?
That he refers live.
Yes, actually, yes, you can see that from the movie, or they can show the movie, and the orchestra can be playing live. Yes, I know, I get the point.
Okay.
Yes, actually, they have been doing this with Star Wars movies. Is that they show the movie and the orchestra is playing live. Yes, already?
Yes, teacher.
Yes.
I have never been there. It's something my brother and my mother have. Yes, and they like the experience. Yes. So if you're a fan, you may like the experience a lot. Okay, so we're going to listen to Anna and her friend Camilla. And so the questions are, who has tickets to Kanye West concert? Who doesn't want to go? Why doesn't she want to go? And then we have to check notes on the positive and negative points of these things. Live performances and recorded performances. So I don't know why people say playback. As they say, for example, Britney was doing playback. Now, playback is for the music. Yes, for the performer. It's lip sync. So she was lip syncing to the music. Yes, already?
Okay, teacher.
Yes. So that's why she was criticized when she came to Mexico. Is that supposedly she was performing live, but actually she was lip syncing to the music. Yes, something like this. There are many cases. Okay. Ready?
Yes, teacher.
Yes.
Okay. So let's listen to Anna and Camilla, and then we'll check the article, just to have a clear idea how to write it, and we'll reinforce this in a moment.
Track 3.34. Anna.
I got 2 free tickets to the Kanye West concert. I mean, I couldn't believe it. Kanye West, one of the biggest hip-hop stars, for free. So I invited my friend Camila and she said no thanks. And I said, what? Are you crazy? The ticket costs nothing. But then she tells me she doesn't like live music. She'd prefer to stay at home and listen to music on her computer. I find that very strange because, for me, music is something full of the singer's feelings. And if you can watch a singer perform, you can see what they're feeling and experience the music much more. But Camila thinks recorded music is better because you can hear everything more clearly. The quality is better and you don't have crowds around you. And it's just easier to enjoy it. For me, it's more important to see the song come to life when the singer or band connects with the audience. And the other thing I love at the concert is the music is really loud. Anyway, Camila won't be coming with me, but lots of other people will want to.
Camilla.
My friend Anna invited me to go to the Kanye West concert next month. She managed to get hold of 2 free tickets. She's very lucky. She asked me to go with her, but I said no. She thinks I must be mad, saying no to free tickets. I mean, I really like Kanye West and I've got all his albums, but I just don't like going to live concerts. I really prefer listening to music at home or through headphones. In a concert, singers and musicians always make mistakes. They get the rhythm a bit wrong or play notes that are wrong or something. And you see, mistakes can be fixed in recording. Well, that's part of it. The other thing is, but I didn't tell Anna this, I hate the crowds. And there are usually so many people that you can only see the singer on the big screen. So what's the point? I know lots of friends who will want the ticket. It was very kind of Anna, but no.
So what do you think, everybody? Do you agree with Camilla or do you agree with Anna?
With both?
It's actually both. Both are a point. Yes, already?
Yes. Yes.
But honestly, I prefer to be in a concert. The music or the musicians, my band, my favorite band, I prefer to see in concert because I can listen to music in the radio or in my cell phone, but it's completely different when we see our favorite band in the concert.
Exactly. I agree with that, but recently, yes, and that is something, yes, I don't know why people do this, but it has become a tendency, a fashion. As probably you remember that recently, for the past few concerts, people have been throwing some kind of toys with the image of Dr. Simi, right?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yes. That is a problem. People want to make it a tradition here in Mexico.
I think it's something stupid.
I agree with that, but a lot of people like doing it. Yes, and they say in different parts of the world they throw toys. Yes, but now that Rammstein is coming, when are they coming? It's because I think they're going to make a DVD from that show. Yes, when is Rammstein's show, Erwan?
Could you repeat it, please?
Okay, give a second, please. Yes, just a second. Okay. Yes, and that is something. Yes, that is something because I do remember the band Rammstein. Yes, already?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, teacher.
Yes, so please don't say Rammstein. It's Rammstein. Okay. Yes. When are they coming to Mexico? Do you know?
I don't know, teacher.
Okay.
No.
They're coming soon. Yes, and they have been making comments on the internet that they are going to make a DVD from that show.
Okay.
Yes, and of course, somebody wants to. They said, please don't do that because Rammstein is a band that are very meticulous with the show. They prepare every detail. And if somebody throws that skinny doll,
yes,
they're going to. How can I say? Yes, well, yes, and I don't know why. I don't know why people do it, but this is something you could include in your article.
Even it's advertised free for Dr.
Yes,
Simi?
Yes, Dr. Simi, yes, that's what I don't like. Is why not throw a unicorn, yes, a tiger, a dog? No, a Simi. Well,
because the Simi is important in Mexico, no?
Yes, yes, that is. That is. But of course, you may include, if you prefer to write about this article, yes, you may include this element. You say, for example, a live concert. Yes, I'll play it again in a moment. Yes, but you can say here in Mexico, there's a new tradition of throwing Dr. Simi dolls at the band. Yes, but yes, so when bands come to Mexico, they say, yes, where are your dolls? Where are your Simi dolls? Oh, okay. So I'll play it again. Let's listen. Yes, and then we'll finally check the article.
Track 3.34. Anna.
I got 2 free tickets to the Kanye West concert. I mean, I couldn't believe it. Kanye West, one of the biggest hip-hop stars, for free. So, I invited my friend Camila and she said no thanks. And I said, what? Are you crazy? The ticket costs nothing. But then she tells me she doesn't like live music. She'd prefer to stay at home and listen to music on her computer. I find that very strange because, for me, music is something full of the singer's feelings. And if you can watch a singer perform, you can see what they're feeling and experience the music much more. But Camila thinks recorded music is better because you can hear everything more clearly. The quality is better and you don't have crowds around you. And it's just easier to enjoy it. For me, it's more important to see the song come to life when the singer or band connects with the audience. And the other thing I love at the concert is the music is really loud. Anyway, Camila won't be coming with me, but lots of other people will want to.
Camilla.
My friend Anna invited me to go to the Kanye West concert next month. She managed to get hold of 2 free tickets. She's very lucky. She asked me to go with her, but I said no. She thinks I must be mad, saying no to free tickets. I mean, I really like Kanye West and I've got all his albums, but I just don't like going to live concerts. I really prefer listening to music at home or through headphones. In a concert, singers and musicians always make mistakes. They get the rhythm a bit wrong or play notes that are wrong or something. And you see, mistakes can be fixed in recording. Well, that's part of it. The other thing is, but I didn't tell Anna this, I hate the crowds. And there are usually so many people that you can only see the singer on the big screen. So what's the point? I know lots of friends who will want the ticket. It was very kind of Anna, but no.
Okay, everybody? Yes, any comments, any questions about the vocabulary, expressions, something?
No.
No, teacher.
No, teacher, it was clear.
Okay, yes, now it's clear. And well, they were talking about the concert featuring Kanye West. Okay, so we will reconnect in a moment. But before we reconnect, let's check the answers. So who has the tickets? Anna. Who doesn't want to go? Camilla. And the reason is simple as this. She doesn't want to go because she doesn't like live music. This is because in concerts the musicians often make mistakes. She doesn't like the crowds, and you can usually only see the singer on the big screen. Yes. So if you want to see the singer, you need binoculars. Yes, everybody?
Yes, teacher.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, and this is the article. The article is why I prefer to stay at home. And we're going to read Julia's blog as soon as we reconnect in a moment. And we have to check the main point. Letter B, so read the blog again and answer the questions. Okay, let's reconnect everybody. Yes, and then check.
Yes, teacher.
Give me a second.
Toribio, bájate de la mesa, güey. ¿Qué te pasa?
Okay, so now the expressions of contrast are clear, right already?
Yes, teacher.
Yes.
Yes, and we will see them in action, as here with the example. Okay, let's see, some people are connecting. Now we are ready. Okay, so just before lunch, I'll take another picture. Yes, and at the end of the session, I'll take the last one. Right, let's continue. Okay, so I'm going to ask some of the girls to read this, because we can see how many parts? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, there are 5 parts. So as you can imagine, the article you write for the exam may, it's not an obligation, but it's it's a possibility that you write 5 paragraphs. Okay, buddy?
Okay, teacher.
It's a possibility. If you write less paragraphs, no problem. How many words, everybody?
I think the last exam was 140.
2.
190.
Exactly. And get familiarized with that, everybody. Yes, because we're going to write this number of words till the end of the courses.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, teacher.
So now the writing will be from 140 to 190 words. So then, let's see. Yes, so I'm going to ask 5 girls to read these paragraphs. Okay. Yes, Carla, you read number 1.
Yes, teacher.
Rita, you read number 2. Fernanda, you read number 3. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Fernanda Flores, right?
Okay.
Let's see. And Mitzi, yes, you read number 4.
Me, teacher.
Yes, and Isabel, you finish.
Okay.
Okay, let's listen, everybody.
Okay. Why I prefer to stay at home? What was your last cinema experience like? I remember the expensive tickets, the long queues, and the uncomfortable seats. Does this sound familiar? I love going out to see my friends, going to parties and or clubs. I like having fun. However, I don't really enjoy going to the cinema anymore.
Exactly, perfect. Yes, number 2.
The other problem for me is the audience at cinemas. Although many people say that seeing a film at a cinema is a good chance to go out and be sociable, I really hate listening to other people's comments. The last time I went to the cinema, there was a couple who commented loudly on everything in the film. They lauded at everything in the film really loudly, even at things which weren't funny. I politely asked them to be quiet. Despite this, they continued as if they were watching their own TV. If I watched something at home, I can invite my friends and spend time with people I know and like rather than sitting nor noise strangers.
It's rather than.
Rather.
Yes, exactly. Okay, thank you, Rita. Thank you very much. Then who's number 3?
Me, teacher.
Okay, yes, sir, please.
Another reason for staying at home is convenience. I like to watch films or TV shows when I want to watch them, not at the specific times. In spite of my love of films and TV shows, I don't enjoy all of them. If I am at home, I can stop the film and watch something else, or I can fast forward through the boring bits. For example, I was really disappointed with a film I saw last night, so I just switch it off.
Okay, exactly, very good. Thank you, Fer. Then who's number 4, Mitzi?
Me, teacher. Yes.
Okay, yes, Mitzi, go.
While I watched a lot of films, I also watch a lot of TV shows online now. I really enjoy watching a whole series. It gives characters time to deploy in interesting and unexpected ways. In fact, there are so many great TV shows to watch, I've hardly got time to go to the cinema.
Okay, exactly. Yes, and you mentioned something. Yes, now online. Yes, we'll talk about this in a moment, okay? Very good. And finish, Isabel.
Yes, so these days when my friends invite me to the cinema, I usually say no thanks. I really do prefer to watch films and TV series at home. I can choose what I want to watch. I can choose the time when I want to watch it, and I can choose who I watch it with. The question really is, why should I go out?
Exactly. Yes, and that's what a lot of people say. Yes, with platforms like HBO, Disney, what else? Amazon Prime, what else? Star Plus. Yes, and those from Televisa. Yes, VIX Plus, Blim. Yes, that depends on what you like. Yes, Evelyn?
Yes, teacher.
Yes. So there are people who like sports. Yes, and they watch ESPN, Fox. Yes, what is it? TUDN, yes, whatever. Yes, everybody?
Yes, teacher.
But if you like movies, if you like series, what would you prefer? Or which would you prefer?
In my case, both, teacher.
No, but would you prefer HBO, Disney?
HBO.
HBO, okay. Let's see, and let's see. What about you, Caesar? I don't know if you like online streaming.
Well, I prefer Netflix, teacher.
Okay. Yes, Netflix.
I am watching the series Stranger Things.
Okay.
It's interesting, but I prefer the Netflix.
Okay. Yes, and that is something. Yes, that is your personal preference.
Yeah.
Yes, personally, I love HBO. Yes, personally. Yes, I like movies by Warner Brothers, New Line Cinema, and something similar.
Yeah.
Yes, of course I love DC Comics.
Yes.
Yes, but some people prefer, for example, Fox Sports. Yes, baseball, soccer, American football, etc.
Disney.
Disney is mostly cartoons and films.
Marvel.
Yes, yes, Marvel. Yes. Yes, honestly, I don't really like Marvel.
Teacher.
Yes, I'm a DC
Come
boy.
on.
Yes, I read Spider-Man for a couple of years and I got really bored. Yes, but anyway, it's a matter of preference.
Yep.
Yes. And for example, in Amazon, yes, there are some exclusive shows. So, for example, Claro Video, as you can get material from Paramount. So you can check even sports, you can check a lot of movies, even cartoons. Yes, programs from Nickelodeon. Yes, Evelyn?
Yes.
Yes.
We can find something interesting in each platform.
Exactly. Yes, and
Definitely, I need to hire other platform.
As you wish. Well, if you have the resources, then you can do it. Yes, but
Or maybe one month, one, and for the next month, other.
Yes,
yes, it's a good idea.
You can have the 1 month trial, the free trial.
Yes.
Yes, and then after that month, and that is something we will check in advance too. Why 1 month? Yes, because 1 month is the time estimated to start a new habit. So if you take up the habit in that month, it's quite possible that you subscribe to the service. For example, Spotify. Yes, Spotify Premium.
Yeah.
No commercials, no breaks.
And like.
I love Spotify. I prefer listen to music instead of watching a series or a film.
Yes, and it's something personal. Yes, and you can see this can give you an idea about your article for practice. Okay, everybody?
Yeah.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Any questions about the vocabulary?
No, I think.
No. Okay. Well, let's see. So which is the point? It's really easy. Number 2, it's more comfortable and convenient to watch films and TV series at home. Yes, everybody?
That's
Yes.
exercise 2, try. Okay.
Yes, so you can watch the show on TV, yes, or online streaming. Yes, for example, next week, if you like boxing, this person, I occasionally watch boxing on TV. And Canelo is going to fight. Yes, everybody?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, it's Canelo against Triple G, right?
Yes.
It's Canelo Triple G 3. Okay. And there are different ways to watch the fight. Yes, I don't know if you are going to watch it, everybody. No, or not really?
Maybe.
Maybe. Yes, on TV Azteca, Televisa, or online. or not really?
Not really.
No? Okay. No. So if you don't like boxing, no problem. But what I mean is the options to choose.
Yes.
Yes, because you can see this on Televisa. You can see it on TV Azteca, or even on ESPN. Yes, I think ESPN is going to broadcast the fight. Yes, and if we have the online streaming, it's going to be on Star Plus. Yes, everybody?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, but you can see what I mean is, say, boxing, say, music, say, a movie. Check the options that we have. Yes, everybody?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. So remember that the break will be at 11:10. Yes, so we have a few minutes to finish this and begin talking about the passive.
Okay.
Now, according to the blog, yes, or article in this case, what annoys Julia about cinema audiences? That they comment loudly on the film, or they laugh loudly. Yes, or even check it. It's very common. Is that you find people who are not even watching the movie. Is they are texting, they are checking videos, and they are not watching the film. Anyway. Number 2, why were the couple sitting behind her ruler? It's because they continued being noisy after she asked them to be quiet. That's very common. Number 3, what does she do if she finds a film boring? She stops the film and watches something else, or fast forwards through the boring bits. Yes, and she can do that with a DVD, or a Blu-ray, or online streaming. Yes, everybody?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, and you say, this Harry Potter movie, or this Alien movie, or this, what's the name of that? Predator. Yes. Okay. Then number 4, what is the length of a TV series sometimes a good thing? Because it gives characters time to develop in interesting and unexpected ways. Yes, I don't know if you have seen the series Outlander. Have you?
No, I don't.
No? Everybody?
No, teacher.
No? Well, it's a series that you can find on Claro Video. Yes, and I think on, I don't know if it's HBO or, I don't remember which other.
Highlander, teacher?
No, Outlander.
Outlander.
Yes, Outlander. That is a foreigner. It's a person who comes from a different country, region. It's a person not from the area. Okay, yes, it's a good series. It's about now that the UK is in everybody's conversation. Yes, remember that the Queen died in Scotland. Yes, and this series is about parts of Scotland.
Yeah. I see that, teacher.
Yes, it's a woman.
On Netflix too.
Yeah.
On Netflix? Yes, really?
Travel in time.
Yes, she goes back 200 years before.
Yeah.
Yes, and of course, if you want to know why, you must see the series. Remember, series. Yes, I'm going to write it here. Series. Singular, plural, or both?
But?
Yes. You can say a series, or you can say 2, 3 series.
Yeah.
Never say series.
Okay.
Because the word is incomplete. Okay, so we say my favorite series is, for example, Spider-Man. Yes, or my favorite series are Stranger Things, Game of Thrones, and
Lucifer?
and 24, for example. Okay, yes, everybody?
Yes.
Yes. So remember that, everybody. Yes, and this is about this about the book. Now, if you check, yes, so that's why it was really important to check the first trainer. Yes, and in writing part 2, yes, in another course you will write an essay, so we'll save it for later. Yes, an email. And this is the part that I want to check. Yes, so if you are using the first trainer, yes, it's page 45 on the PDF. Okay, yes, everybody?
Just to check.
Yes, so if you're not checking the first trainer, no problem. You can take notes and say, yes, this begins on page 45 on the PDF. Ready?
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. So in this case, the training gives some generalities using strong expressions. Yes, for example, awful, enormous, essential. And so if you say completely tired, yes, angry, cold, yes, they sound quite conventional. Yes, but if you use exhausted, furious, freezing, filthy, fascinated, terrified, yes, they have more impact. Get it?
Get it?
Yes.
Now the instructions. This is something that I really criticize about students. Students never, or some students never, read instructions. What do we have to do, teacher? Read the instructions. But what do we have to do? Yes. So, do you need the instructions in Spanish? Eh? What, teacher? No. There are some people who are really helpless. But anyway, let's focus on the normal people. Look at this exam task. What 2 things does the writer have to do? So you have seen this announcement on an English language website. My favorite sport. Tell us why you enjoy your favorite sport so much and what people should do if they want to take it up. Okay?
Okay, teacher.
So one of the points to cover, why you enjoy your favorite sport so much. Why you enjoy cycling, why you enjoy running. Whatever, yes, everybody?
Yes,
Yes.
teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. And the second point, what people should do if they want to take it up. So what do they mean by this? Yes, to take it up. Yes, because the phrasal verb is take up.
Like prove this, like try the sport.
Yes, to start doing something. In this case, you start a habit or a hobby. Yes, everybody?
Yes, teacher.
Yes. For example, when did you take up playing the guitar, for example? Yes. So when did you start doing this activity? Yes, everybody?
Okay.
Okay, teacher.
And we have 2 options. Yes, I'm going to show you. So if you check on page 46. Well, there's something you can do at home. Before you write, you have to analyze this. Yes, but I'm going right to the examples. Yes, it says my choice of sport. And the question is very similar. My favorite sport. My choice of sport. Yes, if you check, this is one paragraph. This is another paragraph. Another paragraph. Another. And how many paragraphs are there?
Seven.
So when you say, teacher, it's only a sentence. Yes, that sentence is a paragraph. Got it?
Yes, teacher.
Yes.
So if you compare this to sample B, is the title Diving Deep is more specific. Yes, the paragraphs are more proportionate. As you can see, they are not really one line. And if you check, everybody, in the first paragraph, how does a writer begin? Let's check the first sentence.
A question?
Exactly. Why a question?
To introduce the topic?
Oh, yes.
The actor want that you start think.
Continue, Alexis.
Start think. How do you say? Reflexionar about the topic. Reflect about the topic.
Reflect on the topic.
On the topic. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yes, we could use
Or
about.
could it be an invitation to take up something?
It's more like that. Yes, as you are saying. Yes, everybody is correct. So the question. Yes, probably you remember this. That question is a rhetoric. Yes, everybody?
Yes, teacher.
So why do we use rhetoric questions? Do we use them to really ask?
No, we don't expect that the other person answer that question.
Exactly. So the same happens here in the article. We're going to use rhetoric questions to engage the reader. Okay, yes, Isa? Yes, Alexis? Yes, Carla?
Yes, teacher.
So everything you mentioned involves that. Engaging the reader with a question. You say, yes. Yes, are you too scared to try something new, something unusual which involves more risk than everyday sports? Yes, I have never thought about it. Oh, he's right. It could be a good idea. Yes, everybody?
Yes.
Yes.
So, from that point, yes, you engage the reader. Yes, because if you check the other,
Yes, we heard.
yes. In this article, I will explain why I decided one day to take up a certain sport. First of all, doing some sport is good for your health. This is obvious, but which kind of sport suits you?
I left before he arrived.
Yeah, somebody's
He
listening.
hadn't arrived when I left.
Yeah, somebody's listening to something that is not from the class.
Another class.
Yes, it's from another class. I can see that. Yes, this is obvious, but which kind of sport suits you? If you want to combine exercise with enjoyment, I can recommend volleyball. So which introduction gets more your attention?
Question.
A or B?
B. With a red arc.
Yes, a rhetoric actually. Yes, a rhetoric is more attractive. Yes, and it engages the reader. You say, oh yes, that I had never thought about it, or some kind of similar answer. Yes, everybody?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
But if you start with a description, if you want to be like this, what about this introduction, everybody? Did you find it interesting, attractive?
Very
No,
common.
boring.
A bit boring.
Yes.
It's descriptive. Yes, it's descriptive, but it's not really something that engages. It engages the reader immediately. Got it?
Yes.
Yes.
And you can see there are one sentence paragraphs. So the recommendation is to group ideas into different paragraphs. Okay, Red, please. Yes, we're talking about lunch. Yes. Okay, so I don't know if I sent you a book. It's a book called Writing in Paragraphs. Did I send you that book?
Which book, teacher?
Yes, the name of the book is Writing in Paragraphs.
I think that book. No.
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 Okay, well, I'll send it to you. Just let me find it. Just let me send it to the WhatsApp group.
Yes.
Yes, and of course, this book is going to help you with the race.
What's the name, teacher, of the book?
Yes, you will see it in a moment.
Okay.
Yes, I'll send it in the WhatsApp group. Oops. I think Nina, my cat, and I have to have breakfast. Okay, what's that? And I'll send you the book in just a moment. Yes, because apparently writing is a very simple process for a lot of people, but for some others it's something a bit complicated. Yes, everybody?
Yes, teacher.
So in general, how do you find writing? Easy, difficult? What do you think?
I think it depends about the topic.
Yes. Continue, Sophia.
The first part, the vocabulary I read is too difficult to remember. So I think it depends for the topic, because when I have a topic, I know. It's easy. But not all the time.
Well, yes, and especially remember that the writing, we have about 40-45 minutes to write something. Yes, Safira, you ready?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, yes, and I'm going to send you the file. Just give me a minute. It's a document. Yes, and this is a book about writing. Yes, and it explains different things that we should know. In general, yes, in general. Yes, fundamentals for writing, whatever. Yes, an article, an editorial, an email, anything you like. Okay, just give me a minute. Yes, because I'm going to send the file down the WhatsApp group. Yes, and I hope the book helps you with your writing in the future. Okay, you got it. Yes, already?
Okay.
Yes, sure. Thank you.
That is the name of the book. Writing in paragraphs. So it would be a good idea, yes, that you take a look at the book, is that you check, for example, how to write a paragraph, something that we call a topic sentence, organization.
Thanks, teacher.
Yes, and that is going to help you, I hope, yes, in the rest of the courses.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, teacher, for all this material that you have shared with us.
No, on the contrary, yes, and I'll really appreciate it when you use it. Yes, and that is the purpose, is that you use it and the results during class and for the exam.
Yes.
For example, if you can, yes, as we can see, the paragraphs are one sentence. So how could you improve this?
Joining the ideas.
Okay, but how? Yes, because everything begins with basic courses. Just remember that in basic courses, we had questions like, write a paragraph about your daily routine. Yes, and it wasn't really a paragraph. It was a list of 5 sentences. Remember?
Yes.
But in intermediate, you have to use connectors. Yes, you have to use more specific punctuation. Yes, and now in advanced, things get a little more interesting. Yes, complex or even sophisticated for some people. Yes, everybody?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Well, let's see. Okay, just a second. Okay. Yes, so remember the way to join ideas is to group ideas in a paragraph. So that's what we call organization. Yes, everybody?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, but if you check letter B, the organization is a lot better. Yes, everybody?
Yes.
Yes, and of course, there are some elements to consider. Yes. So you can see that we can write a paragraph for the introduction, then the other paragraphs too. Yes, the next page. Yes, and as we will check after lunch, we'll check the contrast. Take a look at letter D. Yes, paragraph 1 is the introduction. Yes, paragraph 2 is A, cinema audiences. Paragraph 3 is B, the convenience of staying at home. So imagine the price of a soda, the price of hot dogs, hamburgers, nachos, etc. Yes, everybody?
Yes, teacher.
Or, as they mentioned, the option to stop the movie, stop the episode of the series. Yes, everybody?
Yes.
Yes, teacher.
Or maybe you have to go out for one reason, or you have to stop watching the movie, the series. Yes, and then remember that we can resume. Let me write the word.
Okay.
Yes, resume is to start again. Okay, buddy?
Okay.
Yes. For example, lunch is at 11:10. Yes, from 11:10 to 11:40. So we'll resume the.
Se acabó la clase. ¿Se le acabó? Es que como no estaba previsto que fueran en línea las clases, pues ellos tienen que pagar una suscripción de este programa para que no les corten el video cada 40 minutos. ¿Y tarda ahorita? Pues ya que hay que hacerte todo, ¿sí? Bueno, ¿qué pedo, güey? ¿Cómo estás? ¿En mi casa, güey? ¿Tú? ¿Por qué o qué? Es una enfermedad. ¿Qué pasó, güey? ¿Qué pasó, güey? ¿Qué es esa madre? Ah, es que ya no sé contigo, güey. Sí, güey. Nada, güey.
Okay.
Nada más que ahorita.
Let's see. Ready, everybody?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Good. Okay, so after lunch, yes, we will check the part, the sentences with the expressions of contrast. Yes, and actually we are resuming. Check it. We are resuming the session.
Okay.
Yes, so this is to resume, to continue, to start again. Yes, to pick up where we left.
Okay, teacher.
Yes. For example, there are some DVDs, there are some Blu-rays that say resume the film or start again.
¿Cómo está el pedo, güey?
So resume because we'll continue
Estoy cortando mi clase de inglés, güey.
watching the movies.
Estoy cortando mi clase, güey. Es que ando en mi clase.
Okay, and number 4 is
Por
B,
por mensaje bien para
an
cantarte chido.
alternative
Pero sí,
to
güey, te hago paro. Va, cámara, güey.
watching films.
Chinga tu madre.
Yes, everybody?
Okay, teacher.
Yes, so after lunch, yes, we will check contrasting ideas. Yes, and
El gordito se fue.
remember that for homework, yes, you will send me your article on your personal WhatsApp. Okay, ready?
Okay, teacher.
Good. So, any questions, comments?
Can you repeat?
Yeah. Yes.
What can I send you, teacher?
Yes, your personal WhatsApp, Rita.
Yeah. What?
Yes, send me your article. Yes, the practice on your personal WhatsApp, please.
Teacher, when?
Today? Today? Tomorrow? Well, if you can today. If not
Until
tomorrow.
Monday. Until
Or
Monday.
Monday.
Monday, please.
Monday.
You wish. Yes, as you can.
Okay, teacher.
Yes, so it's between today and Monday. Monday is the last day.
Okay.
Okay,
Thanks.
teacher. Yes. Okay. Yes, Monday. So we have time to talk about, well, write about the exam and your presentations. Okay. So.
Again?
No,
The
no, 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 no,
presentation?
no. More individually.
Oh.
Okay, teacher.
Yes, please. Yes, and then you can send me your videos, your presentation corrected, etc. Okay. Let's go back to the beginning of the unit. Yes, so in 20 minutes we'll have lunch. And what's the name of this unit, everybody?
Entertainment.
Exactly. Entertainment. So entertainment is something that should be fun, attractive to many people. Yes, and entertainment is a group of activities that we do in our free time to have fun, to enjoy. Okay?
Okay, teacher.
Yes. So in this case, what can you see? What do you see in the picture? Yes, on page 103.
A group of people playing music, some
Yes.
instruments. Yeah.
Actually, yes, they are playing. Two people are playing musical instruments. Which instruments?
Marimba.
The marimba, exactly.
Cello.
Contrabajo. I don't know how to say in English. Contrabajo.
Yes, it's let's see. Yes, you can say marimba, or you can say xylophone. Yes, that is another name, an alternative name to marimba. Xylophone or marimba. Okay?
Yeah.
And the other is, you can call it bass, or double bass.
Double bass.
Yes. Okay. Yes, and yes, I remember. Yes, on my Facebook. Yes, I don't know if somebody is my friend on Facebook. You can see this. Yes, I'm going to show you something. Something I found. Yes, and you will see that using a bass, a double bass, is very common. Yes, especially you can find them in music, even in norteño and mariachi. As you can find people using some kind of bass, not really a double bass. Let me show you this. Yes, sure. Yes, if you see this, this is my Facebook.
I am. I see you, teacher.
Yes.
Could I send you an invitation, teacher?
Yes, if somebody wants to send me, if I see you or if you see me on Facebook, I'll gladly accept your invitation.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, so there's the band, these are the boys. Yes, and Queen Elizabeth II has died. Buckingham Palace announces. Yes. I love the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is Nina, my cat. Yes, yes, and that's my cat and my guitar. One of my students. Yes.
His wife?
Sorry?
His wife? Your wife?
Yes, that's my wife. This is my friend Rick White. Yes, they're American. This is an American band. Yes, I love this guy. He's an entertainer.
Oh,
Yes, and I want to show you this. It's a
Teacher.
video. Yeah.
Also, the singer of this band died. The smallest green, you know?
Which one?
The smallest green, the band, the singer. Enanitos Verdes.
Ah, yes. Yes,
Yes,
he passed.
the singer died.
Yes, he passed the same day as the Queen.
Yes,
Yes, unfortunately.
it's poor one.
Yes, yes, especially, yes, this is the video I wanted to show you. Imagine this Batman, Robin, and the Riddler. This is a double bass. Yes, and they're playing Mr. Lou. Okay. Yes, I wanted to show you that video.
is your teacher?
No. This is from a. Yes, I found it on the internet.
Ah.
Yes, but that's why I wanted to show you this double bass.
Okay.
Yes, if I receive an invitation, or if you receive an invitation from me,
Yep.
yes, I will accept. I don't know you, but I will accept.
Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Teacher, but you like, how do you say black comedy? I don't know how to say it. Like, heavy one. Like memes, but I don't know how to say it. Pesados or the good comedy, like I don't know, like family comedy.
Typically, I like family comedy.
Yeah.
Yes, something more for everyone. Yes, but depending on the movie, depending on
The context.
The context. Yes. Sometimes I may like this kind of black comedy.
Yeah, but I think it's necessary in this time
Yes.
because now nobody can say something and without any
sarcasm.
person. Yes.
Yes, definitely. Yes, but the problem is that some people may feel offended. Yes, in many ways. But anyway, it's not like back in the day, yes, that we were free to express many ideas, but now everything is offensive or discriminatory. Anyway. So I'm going to play the audio just a moment. Yes, and it says, where are these people? They're at the subway station. Yes, there are many people who play outside the subway, the metro, or even bus stations. Yes, and some people play this kind of instruments. Yes, marimba, bass, keyboards, guitar, drums, etc. So what are they doing and why? They're busking. Yes. So the verb is busk. Yes, and the person who plays music in the street for money, they're called buskers.
Okay.
Yes. I don't know if you remember, there are videos on YouTube with U2, Christina Aguilera, and many other people busking in the metro. Yes, and eventually people discovered, that's Bono, that's Christina, wow. Yes, so that is interesting. Okay. Yes, and let's listen to this and confirm what they are saying.
Track 3.18.
We've been doing this for about 5 years now. We'd seen different kinds of street performers and thought it looked like a fun way of making some extra money. So we gave it a try. The costumes came later, and we got more of a reaction and more money. So now we always dress up. Some people give us strange looks, but most people are friendly. Some even stop to sing along or dance. We always play near the station. We try to bring a bit of fun into people's lives when they go to work every day.
Okay, well, I just received a message about the conversation club. Okay, let's listen again and I'll give you that message in a moment.
Track 3.18.
We've been doing this for about 5 years now. We'd seen different kinds of street performers and thought it looked like a fun way of making some extra money. So we gave it a try. The costumes came later, and we got more of a reaction and more money. So now we always dress up. Some people give us strange looks, but most people are friendly. Some even stop to sing along or dance. We always play near the station. We try to bring a bit of fun into people's lives when they go to work every day.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yes, I just received a message, and the conversation club is for the people who were taking the conversation club. It's going to be online. Okay, ready?
Okay.
Yes, everybody?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so let's say I'm going to write. Yes, and of course, if you want to continue with the conversation club,
¿Cuántas veces has estado poniendo y poniendo y poniendo y poniendo la verdad? ¿4?
you send an email to that email address, celix.pixar.virtual@gmail.com.
Ya no la tengas, la ves acá.
Okay, everybody?
¿Tuyo? ¿Estás comiendo? Una vuelta en el club. Otra vuelta.
Yes, everybody?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so if you want to
Yes.
continue with the conversation club online, send an email to celix.pixar.virtual. Yes, and they'll give you instructions. Okay?
Okay.
Well, thank you. Okay, so any comments, any questions about vocabulary?
No.
No, really?
No, teacher.
Okay. Yes, and let's just think about C&D. Are there similar street entertainers in your area? Well, in the city, yes. Yes, we can find. I don't know if you have been to Parque Discountia, the shopping center.
In the Zócalo?
Yes, but here near Parque Discountia, there are some break dancers. Have you seen them?
Yes.
Yes, when the traffic is stopped, yes, on the zebra lines, the zebra crossing, yes, they play the music, yes, and they start breakdancing. Or yes, at the Zócalo, yes, there are many, yes, in many streets, yes, in Madero, there are performers, yes, in Sabe la Católica, etc. Yes, everybody?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, teacher.
Yes. And what other kinds of street entertainers can you think of? Yes, as I mentioned, yes, there are break dancers, there are musicians, there are people wearing costumes, and things like that. Okay, so in 5 minutes, yes, we'll have lunch, everybody. But before this, yes, I need your, yes, thank you, yes, I need your questions about the passive, yes, because Cesar, you mentioned something about the confusion using passive, right?
Yes, teacher.
Yes. Could you make your comment again before lunch?
I don't remember exactly, but sometimes the passive voice I confused with the reported speech, but the passive you told at the beginning of the class, in passive voice never changed the test.
Exactly. Exactly.
And with the reported speech, we can use the paraphrasing.
Yes, paraphrasing, and changing the tense.
Exactly, but I don't know. This is a doubt I have with the passive voice. Sometimes it's a little bit complicated for understand.
Yes, I know exactly what you mean, Cesar. Yes, and I believe some other people have exactly the same question, right?
We use the verb to be and the participle.
Exactly.
And maybe that's the confusion because we need to conjugate.
Conjugate, yes. Conjugate. Yes, yes, we have to be careful with conjugations. So, as soon as we return from lunch, everybody, we'll resume the session checking tenses. Yes, because in the passive, we don't use. How many tenses do we have in English, everybody?
Tenses?
Tenses,
How many
yes.
tenses?
How many tenses? Yes, that's right.
Like
present,
past?
past, future.
Yes, but in total, how many tenses total are there in English?
5. I don't know exactly.
No, it's more than 5.
Present simple, continue, perfect, perfect continuous, and for the past, 12 approximately. I don't
Exactly. There are 12. Yes, there are 12 tenses, but in passive, we don't use the 12 tenses. Okay, yes, I'll explain that, yes, in a few minutes, yes, as we, after we check the information about contrast from the article to finish, yes, and we'll dedicate to the passive. Yes, we'll check vocabulary about cinema and TV. Yes, and we'll, yes, I'm hungry too, yes, Alexis. Yes, my chilaquiles are here, right next to me. Yes, here are my chilaquiles. Yes, they are ready. Yes, they're ready to be eaten. Yes, and yes, I'll explain all that and introduce relative clauses. Yes, Angie. Yes, we are hungry. Yes. Okay, so remember all the questions about passive. Please make them. Okay. So I'll see you at 11:40.
Teacher.
Okay. Yes, Rick. Sorry.
Teacher, I can't enter to the next half of the session because my cat has been, ¿cómo se dice? Picado por una abeja.
Yes, a bee. Yes, a bee.
So I have to take her to the vet.
Yeah, sure, no problem. But
sorry.
As soon as you can reconnect or make questions, please. Okay. Good luck.
Okay.
Good luck. Take care of him. Okay. See you at 11:40, everybody.
Yes, teacher. Thank you.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Enjoy your lunch.
You too. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you, teacher.
Thank
I
you,
will.
teacher.